Alright, hi kawaii babies. I am going to break up this video into 3 parts. This one is the general year prediction reading. So I thought, what would be the best way to start off 2020, the year of a new decade, with CardCaptor Sakura tarot card reading that I did. I did one of these for the first time back in 2009 to predict what was going to happen in 2010. And some of the predictions actually kind of came true. Some of them were accurate, some of them weren't. And just to recap on that one, that I remember getting the illusion for my fears and hopes, which made a lot of sense at the time because I had this illusion that Misty would return to Pokemon after Diamond and Pearl. I had as what was going to happen in my future, I had the Thunder card, which kind of means a spare of luck or something drastic happens. And I ended up getting my first boyfriend in 2010, so I think that might have been predicting that. And then the Shadow card is what I got as a result, which makes a lot of sense because even with my new boyfriend and being disappointed that Misty didn't return at the end of Diamond and Pearl, I was in a lot of depression in 2010. So I feel like that was kind of like an accurate reading. So I'm going to talk about what I get for this coming year, and we'll see how accurate it is. And I thought I would film this just in case it is accurate, so I have proof that I'm not making it up, that these things did happen. Now, disclaimer, I'm just doing this for fun. I seriously doubt some of these predictions actually, so if they happen, they happen. If they don't, they don't. It's just something I'm doing for fun. So let's start with my tarot card reading. So I got the Peak set, which has the Hope card and the No Name card. So I took the No Name card out of the bunch because I feel like it doesn't really have a purpose or a meaning. So I kept that and I put that out front, and I decided to use it kind of as a sourcing power, like putting my vision and my question out to the universe and seeing what the Clo cards give back to me about the universe. So the first reading I did was just a general reading, and my question basically was, how is 2020 going to turn out? What's going to happen? What's going to be different in this year than my life already? So I'll show you a picture of what I followed. I followed a website that I'll put a link to the website I followed to do the general reading. So the first card, I got the Time, which I thought was interesting because I feel like I'm waiting on something to happen. So for Time to show up was just kind of interesting. So I've been wondering my future as an influencer and Instagram and YouTuber. And so I feel like it's just a matter of time before things work out in that area. And so that's what I kind of think the Time card, it's supposed to, it talks about how you have experiences and you're improving. So I feel like that's a sign that, and this is also to be about the problem, the problem that I'm having currently. And I also think it's about patience. I think getting this card is about to tell myself to have more patience with my life, and eventually things will get there. For the next one, I got Watery, and I found that really interesting. It's the cause of the problem. It's what's causing my problem right now, and I feel like I go with the flow, and I'm opening people's hearts to me, and I just think that's just generally explaining that. Also, with getting the Watery, I feel like it's kind of like my problem is that I'm very, I don't know, I have a lot of leadership, I have a lot of confidence, and to win people's approval, I have to kind of work on not going with the flow. And I'm not quite sure exactly what this is trying to say, but I'm just doing this for fun. I don't actually believe a lot of this is true. I'm just doing this for fun. So for number 3, I got the Dream card, which is the past problems. And this actually makes a lot of sense because I've had dreams and goals, and I'm a visual person when it comes to everything romance, career, passions, and motivation. And so it's saying the past problem is that I kind of relied on my dreams. And it's the past problems relating to my problem now. And it says something about the sixth sense, which I find interesting. Maybe it's a sign I need to get more spiritual some way. I'm not really religious. I'm not really super spiritual, but maybe that's what that's trying to say. So I got the move card for number 4, and that one is about the surrounding circumstances of the problem. And this just has a warning about be careful before you speak and keep your promises. So I think, yeah, that definitely might be something I'm struggling with, and that's something I need to tone down if I'm going to succeed. So for number 5, I got create. And this actually makes lots of sense too, because like create is supposed to be the solution to the problem, and so it specifically mentions art and music. So I have a feeling in 2020 I'm going to create something. I don't know what. I probably haven't even got inspiration for it yet. But the solution to my problem is to create something. So that's interesting. I wonder what that will be. So for number 6, I got the miss card. And this is the key word in finding the solution of the problem. And I think this is a really good one to get for that, because it says miss is warning that something is not clear, that something is, I can't make the best decision, so I have to be calm and wait for better weather. And also, it's about reconsidering what I want to do, because what I might intentionally want might be a misty future for me, and what I really want might come to light in a few minutes as the mist clears. For number 7, I got the Earthy card. And this is the obstacle, the thing that's blocking me from getting to where I need to go. And this is also a really good one to get for that reason, because for Earth, you think of reality, you think of the real world, and maybe the real world is what's standing in my way. Also, it talks about how don't get too full of yourself, don't have an ego, because that can also get in your way. So, yeah, I think that's what that one's trying to tell me. So, for number 8, which is the future of the problem, I got twin. Now, this is really interesting because basically a twin card can represent meeting your soulmate, which that would be very interesting if I met my soulmate in 2020. But you'll find out a little bit later why I find this kind of weird. But yeah, because that's going to be the future of the problem. But for number 9, I get the dark card, which is the result. And I was kind of like surprised to get, like, it's not, it's a dark card, so it might be warning something dark. And even if I meet my soulmate, I guess I still have problems or something. So I forgot to mention that I accidentally messed up and forgot to turn over the 9th card and turned over the 10th card instead. And when I finally did turn over the 9th card, that's when I realized it was the dark card, and it kind of startled me that something like that, and I was like, what does that mean? But so I may have messed up this entire reading, but still, I just wanted to make a disclaimer and say that this wasn't accurately done, and that I found out the dark card after I had turned over all the other cards. So getting the dark card can also mean that you need to rest, your energy is low. It doesn't necessarily mean anything really bad. It can't, because with someone with mental health problems, this is always it's alarming to think, oh, I'm going to be going through depression this year. But I've gone through depression so many times now that I'm just telling myself, if it does happen again, like, I can get through it. I doubt it will be as bad as what I went through a couple years ago. So yeah, just getting the dark card basically means I probably will be taking a rest for myself in 2020. Maybe go on a vacation or something. I might have to baby myself a little bit because of things that have happened. So I'm not too alarmed by getting this card. So for the last one, I got return, and that's how other people will see the problem. Now, return means you get a second chance. So if I do something that I regret, I will have a second chance, I guess is what this is trying to tell me. Kind of interesting, like getting the twin card was really interesting. Like I have no idea like who my soulmate is, but that would be really interesting if I came across him. Even if we don't get together in this year, just to meet him, I guess, would be really interesting. Some of it I kind of hope doesn't happen, like the dark card, for example, like that. I don't want to go through depression again. But I do know if I do have to go through it again, I think I can handle it. So thank you so much for watching. Please check out part 2 and part 3 of my other tarot card readings. I do a love reading, and I do a moon reading